Me and Jake came out to look for some Ibex. The hunt starts tomorrow. Scanned the hill just maybe twice, and just kind of going across the hill, picking little spots to look, and saw a nice billy up on top of a rock. So it's a good start. I'm thrilled to be out here. Jake's got to go make money tomorrow, so I'll be out here by myself, but he came out tonight and just to look around, or this afternoon. We've already got a nice billy that I already know I'd be willing to shoot. Took one look at him and decided I'd be willing to shoot him. So success so far. That's the first billy Ibex that I've seen in the wild, and he's a nice one.
It's sneaky. I think it's cool we found one. Words of Wisdom by Jake Sanders.
So this is the evening before opening day of the rifle Ibex hunt. I got mixed feelings about the whole rifle part. My bow is in the back of the truck. Maybe I'll carry it a little bit if I feel like I got a good opportunity, but we'll see. Pretty excited. Cows are excited. There's a deer hunt going on too, so there's people driving around side by sides, and we'll just make the best of whatever happens. Good morning. It's opening day, November 15th. Been in here glassing for a little while. Probably just about 20 minutes. I haven't seen any Ibex yet. So, a few people driving around. There's a deer hunt going on right now, and this Ibex hunt. Not gonna get uptight or worry about it. Just cruise around looking for Ibex, and at some point I may just start hiking. We'll see. But excited to be out here. Thanking God to be out here. Just not everybody gets to do this, and I'm just very thankful. Well, I got some goats spotted. Some guys driving out here that had gotten in this little two-rut before me spotted some, and they didn't want to go in on them. I guess they weren't big enough for what they wanted. There's one in there that I would definitely shoot. Not saying that's right or wrong, but I'd definitely shoot him. He's in a killable spot, I think. It's pretty nasty, it's pretty steep, but he's in a killable spot. The trouble is, I think he would either die there and be hard to get out, or fall off the cliff and bust himself up, and I don't really want either one of those things to happen. So they also told me there's a guy walking back in there. I don't know if he's hunting Ibex or deer, but I think I'm just going to wait and see what happens here. I'll stay in this area since I know there's one in here that I'd be interested in, but I see some other trucks parked not too far away. I'm not sure what their deal is, but just going to play it by ear and see what happens. Pretty cool. Those guys told me that it was the first Ibex they had ever seen in the wild, and there's a group of around 15 up there, so they were pretty excited just to see him, even though it wasn't something they wanted to go after. But nice guys. I hope I'm able to help them out and be a good hunting neighbor here. Alright, well, some of these Ibex have moved off. Some are still bedded in the same spot. Some hunters came by. Outfitter, nice guys. They told me what their plan was. So far, pretty nice people out here, and I'm happy about that. So, having a good time. We'll see what happens here on top. Up, up, up we go. Working my way around the backside of where these other guys went. Kind of just glassing along the way. I'm getting close to where I saw that nice billy last night with Jake. We'll keep looking here. I'm up probably between 800 and 1,000 yards from where all those goats were earlier. And I haven't picked them up yet. So there's no telling what the situation is. they're bedded up in these dark crevices, or if those other guys ran them off, or if they walked off, I don't know. So I'm going to inch my way up to where I can see more and keep looking. I got up in here, glassed around. I'm farther than I thought from where I last saw them. It's probably more like 2,000 yards, but I don't know. I'll do some more looking, figure it out. Alright, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna go up and sit on the edge of where I think those goats were and hope for the best and head down right before dark. I made a rookie mistake trying to get in to where those guys were, and I didn't study the contour first. Now I'd probably have to take a 2-mile trip just to get around. And these mountains are no joke. Really cool though. So basically I'm just hunting now instead of stalking. Day one. I've already slipped and broke my camera and dropped my rifle. Looks like the camera still works. And I had a lens cover on it, so that's good. But I broke my tripod mount. Took a bad contour. Didn't get where I was going. Just carrying a camera stuff's pretty hard. Camera and a rifle. And I'm trying to have both where they're handy to use. So I don't want them packed away. I don't know what I'm going to do now as far as being able to get the camera on an Ibex before I shoot without a tripod. Struggles are real, but at least it's real. I'm happy to be out here. We'll overcome. Well, day one was a butt kicker. I'm going to go ahead and polish it off before the sun goes down here and call it good. Start fresh tomorrow. I could use some fresh perspective right now. If you can't tell in my voice, I'm a little tired. Time to rest, recuperate, and get back after it. Start fresh. "6:12 in the morning. Seems to be less people this morning. We'll see if that changes. Can't really see very well yet up on the rock. I know it looks pretty light, but that's the camera, which is kind of cool. I'm about 1.5 miles out looking up on the rocks here. Gonna check the same area as yesterday first, and if I see them, I'm just gonna get up in there and try not to daddle. If not, or if there's already a bunch of people in here and I just haven't seen them yet, I'm gonna roll out somewhere else and try to make the best of my day. Happy to be out here. Thanking God. Trying to keep my spirits high and good attitude. It's only day 2, but breaking my camera base yesterday and all that, wearing myself out, kind of took a pretty quick toll on me. It's day 2 and I'm already in perseverance mode. It's just me, the camera, and God. We're doing it. Let's do it. Spotted the first Ibex of the morning. I think it's a nanny, but it's way up on that knob. It looks pretty small in this camera, but it's way up there. Anyway, happy to finally spot one this morning. So I'm going to keep looking. If I can get a good picture, I will. Well, I got them located. I'm going to hurry up and start up the mountain here. So, a couple good billies in there. Just parked here. There's goats up behind me on this peak back here. So I'm going to start up after him. It's a long hike. It looks small, but it's not. And I'll get up there, and if I don't see him right off the bat, then I'll just set up and look around. I can't see him right now. There's around 15 in there. Lots of nannies. One okay billy and one pretty good billy. And I don't know if there are more or not, but they rimmed out up there. So I'm going to try and rim out. The problem is I'm not on the same leg that they're on, the same ridge, little ridge, finger ridge, but they can see me going up this trail the whole way. There's not really another way, not another reasonable way. I'm just going to go to the top. Hopefully, if they're watching, they'll realize that I'm not climbing the same ridge that they're on. And maybe they won't get nervous. I don't know. I'll get to the very top and start slow playing my hunt until I see some. Probably spend all day up there. I'm having fun. They were right up there. So I'm gonna try and drop over and look. I've got that. I've got that group of Ibex at 396 yards up on that pinnacle rock. The problem is, if I shoot him there, I'm guessing he's gonna fall off of there, which is gonna be a train wreck. And if he doesn't fall off of there, I can't recover him. I wish so bad that he was in a little better spot, because I've got him dead to rights right now. So I'm just gonna watch. These are the coolest animals. Man, it's unbelievable. I had him at 396. I'm pretty confident I could have taken him. But instead, I just tried to film him, film them, and they saw me moving around and headed out of there. So, I mean, to me, that's my first success of the trip there. I mean, seeing Ibex was the first success, I guess, but I got within range. I'm glad I didn't do something stupid and shoot that thing. And now, I'm tired and excited and exhausted. And I gotta figure out what my next play is. Whether to sit here and watch for the rest of the evening or go around and try to go down a different way and possibly be able to locate them and get another shot. I mean, another chance. I never took a shot. I decided to get on top and go the same direction that I last saw them run off to. Doesn't mean I'll ever see them again, but I guess if there's another chance at them, that's where it's going to be. So I think there's a decent way down beyond all those pinnacles and bluffs where they were. If not, I got a long walk back, but so far it's completely worth it. I really enjoyed that. I don't know if I'll get a shot that I can take on this trip, but it's day 2 and I was within range. I could have steadied out and taken a shot. You got to think about where they're going to be when you shoot them, where they're going to end up. So I didn't take the shot, but these creatures are like a phenomenon. It's just amazing. I suppose it's a little weird that I wanted to do this hunt so badly, because I'm kind of afraid of drop-offs, kind of afraid of cliffs. I mean, I'd say it's a pretty healthy fear. Like, I don't want to get too close to the edge to where if I slipped, I'd be gone. And that's tough on this hunt. You have to, at least where these are, you have to set yourself up where you have a medium ground between the edge of those cliffs and a good shooting platform. So, I'm overlooking one right now. Well, we've pretty much reached a dead end here. I don't know if there's a way down and around this that's reasonable. I'm sure there's a way, but if it's going to take too much time or too much risk, obviously that's not a good idea, especially alone. So, what I may do is go back over to where I spotted them and just keep an overwatch there for the rest of the afternoon. I don't know. It's a long ways down there. Pretty fortunate to be able to do this. Especially with all the health issues I've had lately. It's been a real struggle getting up this mountain. It would be awesome to harvest one of these billies way up here. But to be honest with you, after 2 days of beating myself up climbing and breaking the camera and all that, I wouldn't mind finding one a little lower. Getting that footage of those Ibex on that pinnacle rock there, that was pretty cool. They were in range. There were some good places I could shoot from there. But I just immediately said, why on earth would I take that shot? The shot was clear, but the spot where the biggest billy was, it was kind of a crevice. It was kind of a crevice on that little pinnacle. And it's a long ways up on there. And so I was afraid either he'd fall and I could find him, but he'd be busted up, or he'd wedge himself in that crevice and I'd never get him out of there. There's no way. I'm not even sure a rappelling team could do it, because there's no way up on that thing. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I also don't want to pay anybody to do that if I can help it. I'm sure Cody appreciates that. But it was really cool getting that footage, so it made this climb worth it. Even if I don't get one up here, that was cool. this country that God made. Wow. Just phenomenal. That's the pinnacle they were in. I just wanted to put this pinnacle in perspective to show you how big it is that they were kind of on the back. They were on the north side of it. I don't know if the camera's gonna do it justice, but it's a big old rock. I don't know, I'm guessing a couple 100-foot drop. Just to when it would hit something. And then it was steep after that too. There's that part of me that's like, well, 400 yards you'd have shot him and it wouldn't have dropped him, so he might have run off the pinnacle, and I realize that, but I don't know, maybe I'll regret it. That's hunting though.